to another live stream. The audio's not going to be great for a minute here. I'm boiling some water here on the stove because I'm going to make a mouth guard for sleeping. So I'm going to read the directions here. Hi Addie, welcome back. Just reading some directions here for doing this mouth guard. Okay. We're gonna be doing some artwork here in a bit. Some painting and then some sketching. So yeah, looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a good time and we should have a lot of fun. I went fishing for about an hour today and used a craw, used a crank, and then at the end ended up throwing out some live bait, some worms, and the whatever it was just taking our worms at the end. So I even downsized 3 different times on my hook, and whatever it was just kept, must have been like baby bass or baby sunnies, baby something. Yeah, mouth guard for sleeping time. I'm gonna put some music on real quick. There we go. Got some music going. You just got done eating some ramen and some Oreos. Nice. Marissa Tomea. I don't know who that is. I'll have to write that down. Interesting. Thank you. I mean, I don't know if I do, but thank you. Yeah, just boiling some water. Ooh, I should grab my drink for when we start painting. I got a liquid death after I went fishing. And this is the Rest in Peach flavor. It's just carbonated water, but they're good. A little different from just drinking normal non-carbonated water. Non-flavored, non-carbonated. What's my favorite fish to catch? I love catching northern pike. They're a great fight. And I mean, I love catching bass too. And the couple carp that I've caught in the sucker family, those have been really fun too. So probably those three. Yeah, I think. Oh, sorry, Johnny. We're getting there. The water is getting there. Yeah. You like catching rainbow trout? Rainbow trout are fun. I haven't caught a super big one yet. They fight really nice. Yeah. But I can't eat trout. So I don't like, I mean, if I catch them, we will, take them home if we can. If we have stamps for them, of course. But Noah usually ends up being the one to eat the trout because I can't eat them, unfortunately. I would love to, but yeah. It's actually really funny. The first time I ever caught a rainbow trout, it was when we first moved to where we are now, and we had gone to the quarries when we still had our other car last year, and we were specifically fishing for trout, rainbow trout, brown trout, whatever they had stocked, and I caught my first rainbow trout before Noah caught his first one, and he was not happy. I mean, he was just jealous. He was happy for me, but jealous for him. And so we ended up going fishing for probably the next 2 days there. And I mean, it was just, he went around and around. He was going around that. We were going to different quarries because there's like, I don't even know how many there are there, but there's a lot. And he was fishing off of a cliff on one of the quarries, and he ended up hooking one, and it was a good one, and it was bigger than the one that I caught too. So I felt really happy for him. And are we cooking? Wild man, we are not cooking. We are getting a dental guard ready for me for sleeping because I grind my teeth when I sleep. It's a problem that I've done my whole life because of the PTSD and stuff from childhood and anxiety and stress and all of the fun things that come with being an adult. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna, oh, I think the water is ready. So it said take it off. I'm gonna move my cast iron. And we're gonna let it sit for 10 seconds. Hi Anthony, welcome back. Okay, it's been 10 seconds, and then we're gonna duck this in for 75. So that's 1 minute and 15. Oh, well that's cool. I hear that that's painful, isn't it? I never had braces growing up, so I don't know a whole lot about what goes on with them. But I know that when you get them tightened and stuff, it can be painful from what I've had friends and stuff tell me. So we're at almost a minute. Oh, they hurt the next 2 days later. That would make sense if it was like a delayed pain. And then take it out with a fork. It's a mouth guard for sleeping. Blech. So hopefully it helps protect my teeth from when I grind my teeth at night. Okay. Let's see. You know what? I think this will work quite well. I look like a cop. I don't think I could be a cop. They drug test you. And I take way too many medications for that. I think that alone, like the medication that I take for my anxiety and my PTSD and my depression. I'm an artist. I am not a cop. I do, yes. I Okay, well. Look, you can believe what you want. I don't give a fuck. Don't say the F word, children. Specifically Addie, because I know you're watching. And I don't want your parents to think that I'm a bad influence. Is it the black t-shirt? Is that what it is? Or I don't even know what you mean. I can't give you a badge number. I don't have one. Oh my gosh. Welcome back, everything lover. Okay, we're gonna go over to my art station and start painting. That's funny, peanut butter jelly time. Ooh, let me not forget my drink. I'm excited. I haven't had one of these in such a long time. It looks like a tall boy, but it's not a tall boy. It's just carbonated water. Painting your precinct? No, you're funny. You're funny. I am literally like, that's one of my paintings. That's another one of my paintings. There's more of my paintings. That is thrifted. But, like, I've been painting my whole life. All I do is art. Art and fishing and cooking. Okay. Have a good one. I hope you have a good night. That's hilarious. Okay. Oh, have a good time. That's gonna be exciting. Fishing. I'm 28. Cecil. Welcome back, Samuel. I usually use a spoon to open cans, but just use a palette knife today. Have a good time, everything lover. Get some good rest. That is some darn good peach water. Yummy. Okay. Let's mix up some pink, some pinky pink for our donut that we're working on. I'm going to be using a small bit of scarlet, some light coral, and some white. I'm also making a cosmic brownie next to it, and I have all my buttons they're hung up now. I was going to make the dough. Well, I think I might still save the donut and try to sell it because I think that a cop would buy it. That would actually, yeah, I could totally see a cop buying this donut. Oh, thank you, Bill Sus. Okay. Let's mix up this pink color. Okay. So, I'm not sure if you guys can tell, but these three are about the amounts that I'm using. And it should make like a kind of a Homer Simpson donut pink. That's what I'm going for with this one. Because I thought that it would be kind of funny and comical. I do not do tarot reading fairy tale, unfortunately. I don't know how to do that. I have gotten my cards read one time. Okay, that should actually be perfect. And we can clean up all of the sides and everything. That was me putting a magnet back. These are like ginormous. Like, I remind you of Cindy from Scream. I love Cindy. Oh my god. Thank you. Oh wait, sorry. I was thinking of I was thinking of Anna Faris's character in the first. Is it the first one or the second one? I can't remember. But yeah, I know that they did some Scream references in those movies. Yeah, I was talking about Scary Movie, the parody movie. Because they did some Scream references in those movies. Anna Faris did such a good job replicating the "What are you waiting for?" She's like twirling around. Gosh, I love Anna Faris. Yeah, she is. Yeah. Well, for one, a lot of these are dry. The only one that isn't dry is the pink right here. All of the other ones are just dry. And I mean, it's a clay palette that I made, so it has little indents and holes. So I have another one that I made, but I was waiting until this one gets super dirty to use it. What am I coloring today? You mean painting? I'm finishing this donut up, and then we're gonna begin the little cosmic brownie that I made. The little dessert ones that are gonna be dessert magnets. Hi, Kiko. Hi, Bubs. What do you need? You want some love? Kiko. I am half Irish origin, the other half is, welcome, Sarah. The other half is Native American. Well, more like Irish, Polish, and Native. But the Irish and the Polish are on one side, and the Native comes from one side. I wish I knew how to make pots too. That would be fun. Okay, I think I'm comfortable with that. Yeah, I'll learn first and then teach you guys. I'm doing good today. How are you, Sarah? Okay. Now we're gonna go in with some light. And a nice fluffy brush. Never mind, we're gonna sand first. I guess. I'm gonna be sanding this. So I'm gonna be putting on a mask, and I have this little cup here that I've been collecting the dust in, because you can add some water into this and then use it as glue. Fun fact. Okay, I'm also gonna put my hair up. Well, I was looking at the back of it, and it's a little rough. So sanding it would be for the best. Oh, of course. When you have long hair, that's long hair problems. Hello, P. Hello. Okay. Y'all. God. Freaking chasing each other around. Acting a fool. Guess if we are gonna sand this one, we might as well sand the other one too, huh? I have this little ring holder that I made also, so we can do that. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I don't have any fish mounts, if that's what you mean. And of course, now there's a dog barking too. Of course. Can we ever go one day without a dog barking? I have my fishing pictures like scattered around the house. That's much better. Now it's more smooth on the back. It'll be easier to paint, easier to attach. The magnet on. Okay. I'm just going over it with some water lightly to remove that layer of dust. And then I'm going to tap and brush off my piece of sandpaper here onto this piece of paper. It still is bumpy. The front's bumpy. You guys can't see it that well right now because it's a little wet, but it's just the back that's flat. Well, this is my job. I make art. These are just different because I'm trying to have some other stuff other than my prints and my paintings. And like my little watercolor paintings. Not little, but my watercolor paintings that I have. So that I have some other stuff when I go to farmers markets and craft fairs, and also to put on my website. It's linked in my bio. Sanding the rough edges off hopefully will make it look more professional and polished. Yeah, it is. It is more fulfilling. Definitely less stable, but more fulfilling. Hopefully one day it can be more stable. I'm self-taught for the most part. I didn't go to college for art, but I did get accepted into quite a few colleges for art. I just ended up going to college for general science. Welcome back, Eager Eucalyptus. I know, I actually really like general. I love science in general, so. But yes, kind of, you know, my mom was always like, oh, be a doctor, be a lawyer, be this, be that. It's like, I just wanted to create art. Okay. Of course, I gave that the old little spongeroony down. Put our dust in our dust collection to make a little glue with it. Okay. Yay! Just rinse my hands off real quick. I'm doing good, Eager Eucalyptus. How are you? You studied history, graduated, and have never done anything with it. That sucks. Okay, yeah, this one's now nice and dry. You can see the back's nice and smoother now. The The donut's also pretty dry. I think it's looking cute. I need to get some smaller magnets for this one to make it into a little magnet. But yeah, we'll set that there for now. And these two are gonna get a white coat here in a second. Yay! Time to paint. Samoa. I am making more magnets, yes. You know, I don't know what it is, but somebody told me that I had a couple people actually tell me that I look like a cop this evening already. And, you know, I'm obviously not a police officer. And then they saw the donut and they were like, "Oh, only a police officer would make a donut magnet." Well, that's not true. I feel like an artist would make one to sell to a police officer. You know, what if a little copperoonie decided to swing through the farmer's market because they needed to pick up like jam or cookies from their favorite jam and cookie lady or whatever. You know? There's also people that sell macarons at the farmer's market over here, and they're very good. So plus it's in the like parking lot of a grocery store. So I feel like I could definitely see one coming through at some point. So it might not be a bad idea to have. Plus, it also kind of looks like a Homer Simpson donut. So maybe some Homer Simpson fans, you know what I mean? Maybe the Simpsons fans, maybe one of them will like it. I don't know. That's kind of what I was thinking when I made it, but what's a girl gotta do? That's so funny and so true. Also, I do really love donuts. When I was making that, I was talking about how, you know, I was gonna paint it pink to make it kind of look like a Homer Simpson donut, even though I prefer the like chocolate glazed with sprinkles. If I'm gonna get a donut, that's what I kind of prefer. Although the other day, we were at a different grocery store than we normally go to, and I got a Bavarian cream one, and holy smokes, they did a really good job with it. So good. I just love sweets. I mean, I got a double chocolate chip muffin sitting right in front of me waiting for me. But that's gonna be my snack. See, that's kind of what I was thinking. I think that pink would look better than like a really dark, hi Angela, like a really dark color for it because it's clay, it's not a real donut, so but it's okay. What am I making today? I'm painting a ring holder. Right now I'm painting it white. And then we have a little cosmic brownie clay that I'm gonna turn into a magnet. It'll be like my dessert magnets that I have. I finished all my button magnets. Thank you, Perry. Oh, hello from Turkey. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. It's all natural, no extensions. Okay, let me set this down. It kind of looks like an umbrella the way it's sitting like that. Hearts to Turkey. Okay, now I'm going to begin painting the inside of the ring holder. My day has been well, Perry. I went fishing. I made a homemade pizza with the rest of the pizza dough that I made earlier this week. And it was a good day. Well, other than being woken up this morning, being told, Leah, you're grinding your teeth, I can't sleep. So I got a mouth guard today for sleeping. To be fair, my mouth has been hurting. I thought that I've been grinding my teeth in my sleep, but I didn't realize it was that bad. Yeah, I love fishing. It's one of my favorite activities to do. I'm excited. Bass and Northern Opener is coming up soon. So, which, if you don't fish, that means that after that day, you can actually begin to take them home and harvest them. Up until then, from the time the ice is basically unfishable until usually like May. I'm sure it's different dates in different states, but May 23rd in Minnesota, at least this year. And so then you can begin to take them home. Pizza toppings. The pizza toppings that I did today was mushrooms, onion, green olives, green pepper, some sausage, broccoli, and cheese. Jalapenos on half for Noah. And a roasted garlic sauce for the pizza sauce, because I like extra garlic in my pizza. Yeah, it's a good pizza. I don't hold back when I make homemade pizzas. Well, I also like to try to use the vegetables that I have in my fridge. So, you know, if I have if I have all of those vegetables, I might as well use a little bit of them. Add some extra fiber on the pizza, and it's good for you, and nothing wrong with it. I love vegetables, so. The broccoli also adds extra protein on the pizza, so that's always a good thing. Extra protein and fiber is never a bad thing for your diet. Apparently, a lot of Americans don't get enough fiber, but I can tell you I do. I don't have an issue getting enough fiber. I eat vegetables every day. I think they're good. Oh, I don't like pepperoni. I like Genoa salami sometimes with crackers and cheese. Welcome back, Addie. I have lots of tattoos. Thank you, Perry. Trying to get this a little bit more opaque of a white on this, even though we are going to go in with some dark colors. But all those little sprinkly, whatever the heck they are, on the cosmic brownies, like candy coated something, whatever the heck they are, those are colorful. Pizza and donuts, here you come. Oh, I'm jealous. That sounds good. A donut sounds nice, but I got some treats. Oh, you want to go play Fortnite? Gotcha. I've never played that game before, so I don't really understand much about it. So, sorry. You know what we can do? We can add some varnish on this one. Oh, gosh. Okay, I'm gonna go wash this off of my fingers. Oh, hi Eddie, welcome back. Haven't seen you in a while. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go wash my hands. All right. I'll save this for paint time. We'll just let it dry. Okay, and I'm gonna grab my little paint palette again and just fill up one of these tiny little wells a little bit. And oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Hey, well, maybe I could do another one, and maybe we could do it like a different color. Because if these don't sell at the farmer's market, they will 100% be going up on my website. The little dessert ones. My day was good. It was good. Yeah, no complaints. Okay. Nothing wasted. What color are the cosmic brownie little sprinkle things? Can one of you Google that and tell me? So I can pick out the right colors. There's definitely like a blue there. I'm just gonna do them rainbow. Okay, I got my 6 colors here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you, Eddie. Give other people a chance to comment though, but okay. I'm gonna go grab a ring and see if a ring actually fits on this. So these are my tiny little size, I don't know, 6 or 7. Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah, so tiny rings will fit on there, so big rings will definitely fit on there too. Have I had any luck fishing? Today, no, but the other day we had luck. So, yeah. What color should I paint the ring holder, guys? My hair is still straight from yesterday. Oh, that's so nice. Maybe I could do... Okay. It's kind of a plant theme. I'm gonna go grab a green color from my art room. I hope you have good luck catching a salmon. I hope you catch one. So I grabbed 3 different shades of like these greens. So this is like a light, more of an olive on this side, and more like a light baby green. And then this one's more of like a shamrock green. And then I have some phthalo green here that I might tone down with some cadmium yellow medium. So I have, these are Winsor & Newton, these are Deco and Apple Barrel, and then I also have some golden iridescent bright gold that I might use around the edges. Maybe, I don't know yet. I'm gonna figure that out. But I'm gonna take a quick break here. So I got myself good. I scratched myself a little bit on accident. Yeah, we try to go fishing like as often as we can, if the weather allows. I mean, if it's like a crappy day, then we try to find the lulls in the weather where the wind, you know, is going down and hopefully the sun is still in the sky and it's not raining. But even if it's overcast or like a little drizzly, we'll still go out. I just won't film. And, you know, it's usually really, really early in the morning or like an hour, hour and a half before sunset. Because that's when you get really good bass bites. The middle of the day isn't that good to fish for bass. If you're fishing for other stuff, then yeah, you know, panfish, whatever, but not for bass. Maybe if you were fishing from a boat, but we're shore fishing, so. Gotta think about the times when the bass are gonna be coming in and feeding and, you know, doing the most feeding so that you can get something in front of their face and make them bite it. And here I am rambling about fishing again. Eager eucalyptus. We are fishing buds. If you catch anything this weekend, take a picture of it and post it to the community page. I would appreciate it. It would be really cool to see a salmon. I have never caught a salmon. I have only caught trout, which are not salmon, but are trout and salmon in like a similar family, or maybe they're not. I don't know much about salmon and or trout. Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't know when the perch opener is. Oh, I have my regulations book in my backpack. I know a whole bunch of different species open up on the same day for May 23rd. But anyway, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll be back in about 10-15 minutes. And just gonna use the bathroom and grab some water and, you know, things that I need to do. Okay, I'll be back in like 15 minutes. Alright, I am back. That is an interesting thing to come back to, Ivory. Very interesting. Okay. Hi, Yanks. Welcome. Okay. Oh, couldn't find any paint. I definitely don't have that issue. I might run out of paper or canvas, but I always have something to paint on. And I always have paint. May your world never be filled without art. Everybody deserves art in their life. Well, you could definitely buy a bunch of them in bulk on Amazon. But I also make my own canvases, so if I ever run out of canvas, I can always make one, which is definitely something that is beneficial to someone like myself that does make art for a living. Knowing how to, you know, use a staple gun and stretch canvas is important. That's very true. Any surface can be canvas, but I can understand some people not wanting to paint on certain surfaces. You know, maybe you don't have the right paint for it, but usually acrylic will work in almost any case if you seal it properly and you prep the surface. Usually just by giving it a good sand. If you're going to paint on wood, definitely give it a good white coat so that the wood doesn't soak up as much paint, because wood soaks up paint. Give that a little minute to dry. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, now I need to try and get a line on this side. This will be like the darker color of the brownie, and then we're using a lighter brown burnt umber. This is raw umber. Burnt umber is a little bit more chocolatey. This is more of like the color of a nice rich cocoa powder. So, kind of like the color of a brownie. But with the cosmic brownies, they have like a little layer of ganache, so I want to have I want it to look like that, because that's what we're emulating for that one. Let's see if the varnish is kind of dry on the donut. Yeah. We can do another layer of varnish on that in the back. nice thin coat of varnish. This is Liquitex varnish, this is for acrylic paint. You could use a different varnish, you could use UV resin, whatever your heart desires. But if you're going to use, other things, make sure you do proper research before you just start inhaling chemicals you should not be. When I work with regular epoxy, I will usually do it outside, and I will also wear a mask, gloves, long sleeve, pants, not have any skin showing, and protect the surface that you're working on. There's a lot of different precautionary measures that go into working with resin, so just make sure that you take the proper precautions. Alright, that's looking good. It might need another coat. Hi Tuzzy Fuzzy, welcome back. I have a ring holder here, and then I have a donut that I just put varnish on, so I can't pick that up right now and show you. Excuse me. And then we're gonna, finish with this cosmic brownie that I'm making. That needs to dry a little bit more. I have the hiccups now. Okay. Hopefully that'll help. Yeah, we gotta let that dry a little bit more, and then we'll do the little rainbow sprinkles and the ganache. Yeah. Usually just holding my breath helps. I do have some cold water though, but I don't like to chug cold water because I've gotten sick from doing that before. And I have been drinking, this is like 19.2 fluid ounces of just pretty much carbonated water. It's pretty good. I don't know what that is. Sorry. Oh, you came by to say goodnight. Have a good night. Oh, Florida spring water. Okay. Okay, we're gonna give that a minute for that coat to dry a little bit. And then we'll do another one. That's feeling pretty dry. Okay. We're gonna go in with some of this burnt umber. It's just a little lighter of a color, more chocolatey. Can you guys see the difference? It's noticeable to my eyes, but... Oh, hello. I am painting a little cosmic brownie that I'm going to turn into a magnet. And then we have a ring holder here. And yeah, I'm going to be starting a painting for my friend for her baby shower soon, which will be a jungle theme. A bunch of different type of art. Have a good day to you as well. Thank you. I appreciate that, Eager Eucalyptus. I think that we should definitely have another brownie making live stream soon. um, yeah, it was a while ago. This was before you joined, but yeah, I enjoy making baked goods. So I'll make a post a couple hours before I make brownies whenever the day comes soon. Okay. That's looking pretty darn good so far. It's looking brownie-like to me. Cute. Yeah, I'll make a post. The day that I make brownies. Not a problem. I'll do another coat on this ring holder. Almost had enough paint to do the whole bottom. I'll let that coat dry. Yeah, I loved me some baked goods. Okay, we're gonna set that in there to dry. Finish dry. Yeah, I mean, I don't run the AC that often as it is, even in the summer times. Rather just open a window. It's not warm enough here to run the AC right now. Alright, so I just have like a really simple rainbow here to do the colors on the Cosmic Brownie. So I'm just gonna focus here for a second and, excuse me, get these painted, okay? And this is a 0 out of 30 little tiny brush. So it's very, very fine, and it works nice for doing these very fine details. Yeah, thank you. You know, it's funny that you say that. Um, if you've watched my most recent fishing video that I put out where I was pan fishing, you'll know that I am notoriously good for getting the hooks out of gut hooked fish. Like, literally, fish surgeon here. Hello. I'm really, really darn good at it. Obviously, like, you don't want to do that, but I would rather save a fish than have them, you know, not be able to eat something. I try to hook up, but sometimes those little baby largemouth just suckle your worm down when you're trying to panfish. I'm like, come on, dude. I don't want you. Yeah, thanks. Oh my gosh. really cool fun fact here. So there was a new state record for the largest sturgeon caught in Minnesota. It was caught on my birthday on April 18th, and it was like 80 inches long. It was taller than like a 6-foot man. 80 inches. And it had to have been probably close to 165 pounds. That's heavier than I am. Like, that's a freaking heavy fish. I mean, that's heavier than my husband is, too. That's a heck of a fish. Yeah. Absolutely massive catch. I couldn't believe that I was seeing what I was seeing when I saw the picture of it. I was like, that's amazing right there. And I know that a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, that really doesn't matter, like, at all. But it does. It matters so much because it shows that the sturgeon population is becoming more healthy. If you live, in the Midwest or in the Great Lakes area, that sturgeon were, you know, they were hunted and they were fished for, and their population levels were just plummeting for a while because sturgeon not only do they take a while to mature, but they live a really long life. They can live, it's estimated, up to like 165 years. So, crazy. But they take a long time to mature, and I think that they only reproduce at like a certain age point when they are in their mature stage. Fishing is not for you, Ivory. That's okay. Fishing isn't for everybody. When we lived in the place before we lived here, we were going fishing in a different part of the Mississippi. But the spot that we were fishing at, Noah fell in. I don't even know how many times. I mean, people were swimming there, it was fine, but it's just how many times he fell in. Yeah, I mean, sturgeon are definitely like an amazing catch. No matter what kind of fisherman you are, that's a fun, really cool catch to be talked about. I have never seen anybody catch one in person. I have seen pictures of friends that have caught some before. I've pet a sturgeon. I've seen them in person. Because in Duluth, Minnesota, at the aquarium, they have a sturgeon tank. And you can pet the sturgeon and feed them. Which is pretty cool. Have a good night. Hearts to you. Yeah, it's a really cool little aquarium in Minnesota. I also really like the Baltimore Aquarium in Maryland. But I'm also biased because I'm from Maryland. Welcome, Aiden. You're still crying. Oh my gosh. Okay, here's how the Cosmic Brownie's looking so far. The ring holder is dry on both sides now. You guys can't see that. It's not food, Brian, but thank you. I'm glad it looks that edible. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Night. Hearts to you. Try to stay positive. We're sending you hugs. Oh, I'm glad. Thank you. I have one more little sprinkle left to paint, whatever you want to call them. I think they're like candy coated little somethings. You want to be a big rock too? I think we all want to be a big rock when we grow up. It's not just a rock, it's a boulder. I feel like everybody should get that reference, but I know some parents didn't let them watch SpongeBob growing up. This is adorable. It looks like a cosmic brownie, and I love that. Success! Yes, Little Debbie forever. Gosh, I wish I had a cosmic brownie to like reference this. But it's okay. And that helped me color match the colors. But you know what? I really like the way that it has turned out. I just need to fix some of the white spots. That landed literally on my thigh. Right up. Perfect. The universe is on my side right now. Okay. Perfect. That's adorable. That is the cutest. This is gonna be the cutest magnet I've ever seen in my life. I know it's bad to crack your knuckles, but don't tell me what to do. Sell them by the box. What do you... no, that's a lot of work. They'd be like $30 for like a box of 6 as a pack. Between like $30 and $40, because it just took me an hour to paint one of them pretty much. It's very tedious. And they're handmade out of clay. Oh, it would be really fun to make a bunch of these as clay earrings, though. Cracking your knuckles is bad because it can create arthritis when you get older. I think that it's probably about the way that you're cracking your knuckles more or less than like the actual cracking itself, because obviously chiropractors wouldn't be chiropractors if cracking the back didn't create some type of alleviation, or Oh yeah, that would be really cute. I would have to get like a texture mat for that though, to create the right texture for like the crackly oatmeal cookie top. But that's a good idea. Whew. That could be cute. I mean, if I bought like a bunch of cheap necklaces, not like super cheap, but got a bunch of necklaces and then got a bunch of the little eyelets with the straight, for jewelry, and then just put them in there, and then I could sell them that way. don't know if I could. I mean, I could probably make some Nutty Buddies. That would actually make an adorable little pair of earrings because they come in a pack of 2. But, or maybe like the Swiss rolls. We should stop talking about those because now I want them. Okay, I can add a little layer of varnish. Well, I mean, 201 for somebody that's 6'3" isn't... I wouldn't call you overweight. You're pretty darn tall. I mean, I dated back in high school, way before I met Noah. Noah's tall as well, but I dated a gentleman that was... Gosh, he was probably like 6'3", 6'4". He was really tall as well, and he weighed less than I did at the time, and he was just honestly sickly thin. And he ate a lot. Probably still does. I mean, I don't know, I don't talk to him, but he would be very happy to be at that weight. If you don't feel comfortable with your body the way that it is, then that's one thing. And, you know, I hope that one day you do feel comfortable with your body. Whether that's losing weight, just gaining more muscle and becoming stronger, however you want to do that. According to your watch. I used to be overweight, and then I lost 80 pounds, and see, my weight goes to my thighs. But that's a woman for you. Yeah, I used to be overweight, and then I lost like 80 pounds, and now I weigh what I'm supposed to for a 5'1" lady. But if I lose any more weight, then it will be getting into the underweight category, which we don't want. I don't want to look like a sick dog. I want to look like a healthy dog. That's just kind of like a reference, something to kind of tell my brain, you know what I mean? I've struggled with eating my whole life, but it was never that much of an issue because I always had some type of an appetite, unless I was full or not hungry. But I usually could eat around meal times, but now it's really difficult. It's a different story. Thank you. It wasn't in the most healthiest of ways. I mean, it was because of a medication that I was taking. Obviously, losing weight was a good thing, but towards the end of being on that medication, I was losing up to 20 pounds every 6 weeks, which is a lot for somebody that's my height. And it got really, really hard towards the end. I mean, I felt like I was literally starving myself at that point. Not purposefully at all. It was the medication that I was taking created no appetite. It was for my migraines, but a side effect of it was not having an appetite. But it also made certain foods smell really weird and taste awful. And so I had some people that never had took that medication but have taken things for their ADHD, and they were like, oh yeah, you know, that happened to me when I took such and such ADHD medication, and that's why I stopped taking it. But I couldn't stop taking that medication. Am I a parent? No. No kids. 28, no kids. I'm good, thank you. I'm an auntie. I'll watch them and then give them back. And I'm good. I'm good. Oh, thank you. I don't really put heat on it. And I don't bleach it. I don't dye it. I never said that. I'm happy with being an aunt. What's up with people seeing women in their mid-20s and thinking she should have children? It's like I'm not financially stable enough to take care of a child. Could I take care of a child mentally, physically? Yeah. Financially? Not in this economy. And on top of that, with everything that's going on in the world right now, I would feel pretty crappy to bring a human into this world with what's going on. So, I mean, if you're a guy, you pretty much have your entire life to have a child. So, well, I am one of 4 siblings, and my little brother already has a baby. My sister will most definitely have a child, and my older brother, I don't know, he might, but I have a lot of mental health issues, some of them being like things that can be passed down. Like pretty much all of my family members have some type of mental health issue. And on top of that, brain aneurysms run in my family. I have glaucoma. My grandfather had eye problems. More than half of my family has heart issues. I mean, I was born with heart issues. I have a giant scar on my back. From having heart surgery as a baby. So, I mean, if I had a child, because I had that heart issue, my mom had that heart issue, half of her children had that heart issue, it would be a 50-50% chance for me, if I did have a baby biologically, that they would be born with a hole in their heart that didn't heal, or they could be born with the same problem I had, which was a narrowing in my aorta, and basically that caused me to have trouble eating, and obviously my body wasn't able to produce the pump the blood the way that it was supposed to. So they couldn't feel the pulse in my hands and my legs. And as an aunt, as a dog mom, as a cat mom, as somebody that loves my nieces and my nephews with all my heart, I mean, I would protect them children with everything. If any of my siblings ever passed away, I would take those children in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? But to think about the possibility of having a child and going through the heartbreak of losing them, because, you know, I knew that they had this 50-50% chance, but you can't tell that a baby has a narrowed aorta. I mean, I had that born at birth, and they couldn't tell. Were they able to fix it? Yeah. But I was lucky. I was very lucky. So, anyway, thank you for listening to my TED Talk about why I have decided not to have children. But if you decide to have children, I'm very happy for you, and I wish you only happy, healthy babies. And if it's your spouse, if it's a surrogate, you know, however you decide to become a parent, I hope that that person also has a safe pregnancy and delivery, so you have a healthy baby and a healthy human being spouse, you know. Somebody with you along that journey. It takes a village. It really does. I wish that more people understood that nowadays. It seems like there's a lot of grandparents and aunts and, you know, that just don't want to be there in the same way that they had that help. Which I understand, but you should want to love on them babies. They're so cute. Yeah, it has nothing to do with a lack of having love for children. I mean, I love kids. I think they're amazing. They're, you know, kids are always going to be our future. It's just a natural part of being a human being, being an animal, you know. reproduction is a natural part of that. But there are so many other ways to become a parent nowadays, and there are so many children that deserve to be loved. If Noah ever changed his mind one day and he was like, yeah, you know, let's do this, let's become parents, and of course, you know, I would do that for him, but that's because I love him. But I think we're both kind of on the same in the same kind of headspace, because we both have had things happen to our family members and, you know, myself, and so. Plus, I don't want to listen to a child scream all day. If you have the patience for that, I have the patience to do it for a couple days, but not all the time. I mean, I'm sure that I could develop the patience for it. It's not that I haven't watched children for a long amount of time, but it's just not what I have decided for my life. It would make it really hard to go around and travel and paint. Did I design my tattoos? So the only tattoo that I designed myself is this one that goes all the way up through here, and it's kind of like a bow and arrow, and it has a bunch of different symbolic stuff within it. Other than that, no, everything else was designed by my tattoo artist. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Oh boy, she is glossy now. Look at that. That's a beautiful cosmic brownie. I like that one a lot. I actually wish that I could just like take a bite of it, but it's clay, so I can't do that. I'd break my teeth, and I'm 28 and I have all my teeth, and I've only ever gotten one cavity and one filling, and that was on my 16th birthday. Everything else is never had braces. I'd like to keep my teeth nice. My mom got dentures by the time she was younger than I am now. She was like 25 or 26. But she also had 4 kids already. And having that many babies that young, and, you know, they can suck you dry of vitamins. That's another reason. My mom lost all of her teeth because she had children. That's insane to me. That's actually insane. Yeah, I'm good. I don't want to lose my teeth. My sister Letha also has teeth problems from having children. What a relaxing little jazzy song. This is a mix of jazz and lo-fi, coming to you from my home to yours. Have a good night, eager eucalyptus. Have sweet dreams. Alright, we're going to see how this gold looks. Oh, I think that's nice. What do you think about that? A little bit of gold with the contrast. Yeah, I think it looks good too. This definitely calls for a steady hand. This is a number 5 round. Oh yeah. I think the gold definitely kind of helps versus it being kind of nothing. If you guys like these ring holders, I can always put them for sale on my website. And I could do them in different colors. So if it was like for a guy, you know, and you want a ring holder, I can make it look a little bit more masculine for you. Or you could buy it for your wife or your girlfriend. This is golden acrylics, iridescent bright gold in the fine mix. Welcome, Arthur J.L. Allen. I am painting a ring holder. I am adding gold accents to the edges. Everyone calls you Arthur. Hello, Arthur. Cute. It'll need another coat, but that has to dry first. Okay, gotcha. I'm not wearing my glasses, so don't mind me. Don't mind me, author. Wow, we just hit 3 hours. It's been a minute since I've done a 3-hour long stream. Okay, my phone is at 11%, so I'm gonna have to get off here. You're a playwright. Oh, that's amazing. You should subscribe so you can come back for another live stream. I'm sorry I have to get off here, but my phone will die. I am live pretty much every night except for Saturdays. That's my day off from live streaming. And yeah, we do a whole bunch of stuff. So, good night, everybody. Have wonderful dreams.